Good morning, class 11. This is subject accountancy, chapter 2, that is basic accounting terms, lecture 2. Dear students, in our last lecture, we have read about business transactions, capital, drawings, and liabilities. In this lecture, we shall study about assets. Fine. So let's start. Now, important features of an asset. What are the important features of an asset? Number one, asset has a price or value in the market. Number two, it must generate some revenue. Number three, it has maintenance or repair cost. Number four, it undergoes depreciation over time. Number five, it has an estimated useful lifespan. Number six, it also has a scrap value. So let's start with our first feature, price or value. An asset usually has a price or value in the market. Such price, or we can say value of the asset, can be classified as follows: owned asset and loaned asset. Owned asset means that asset whose price or value is already paid, and loan asset is the whose price or value is to be payable. Fine. So asset always has a price or value in the market. Second one is it must generate some revenue. An asset must have a capacity or potential to generate revenue. For example, an asset such as a plant with modern machineries can be used effectively to increase the, when it is to be used, to increase the production of the goods. Fine. So the organization always try to achieve the capacity of such an asset in the production of the goods. Fine. Third one is it has maintenance or repair cost. See here, it has maintenance or repair cost. An asset usually has a repair cost because maintenance done frequently helps to avoid the irregular difficulties in the business operations, which is not done timely can result in the loss of revenue to the organization. Fine. So first one is asset has a price or value in the market. Second one is it must generate some revenue. Third one is it has maintenance or repair cost. Fine. Our next feature, it has an estimated useful lifespan. Means an asset has an estimated useful life, because we know whenever we purchase an asset, we always know what is the useful life of an asset. So it is an approximate lifespan of an asset to carry out and perform various operations and tasks for which it is designed. So it is generally measured in years. Fine. That means an asset has an estimated useful lifespan. Means time period. It also has a scrap value. An asset is used over a period of time to perform various functions. So it starts losing its shell life. So its estimated useful life starts falling. Fine. Whenever we use an asset, its estimated life starts falling. Why? Because wear and tear. After its life ends, there is no longer capable of performing tasks or operations for which it was originally designed. So it becomes a scrap but still holds some value in it. It becomes scrap at that time but still holds some value. Fine. So the final remaining value of a dead asset after being used for so many years is called scrap value. So an asset always has a scrap value. Fine. Next one is it undergoes depreciation over a period of time. I told you beta the scrap value of an asset by using the asset for so many years. So whenever we use the asset, an asset usually undergoes depreciation over a period of time, because depreciation is the distribution of the total cost of asset over the useful life of the asset. Another name of the depreciation we can say amortization. Fine. So depreciation is calculated on the purchase value of a fixed asset because of the reasons like the asset was used over time, certain amount of time has passed since its purchase, and the asset is no longer in its original new state because it has some wear and tear, environmental factors affected to it. Fine. So fourth point is it has some estimated useful lifespan, means whenever we purchase some asset, it always has a useful lifespan. Fifth one is it also has a scrap value. An asset has a scrap value by using it for so many years. Sixth one is it undergoes depreciation over a period of time. An asset always undergoes depreciation over a period of time. Fine. Now, what do you mean by current assets? Asset is basically divided into two parts, current assets and non-current assets. First of all, we'll study about current assets. Current asset is that asset, either cash or a resource, that are expected to be converted into cash within 1 year. Or we can say the asset which are held by the business within the purpose for converting them into cash within 1 year. Fine. So these resources are always referred to as liquid assets. We can say liquid assets as well. Fine. Because they are easily converted into cash in a short period of time. We can take inventory. For example, inventory can be sold for cash in the next 12 months, means 1 year. For example, we can say sale of goods, decrease the stock and increase the cash balance. Whenever we sell any goods, definitely goods will be gone and cash will be there in our business. So it will increase our cash balance and it will decrease the stock of the business. So in this way, goods are converted into cash. Current assets are also known as floating assets or circulating assets. Current assets को और क्या क्या बोलते हैं? Floating assets and circulating assets. Fine. There are so many current assets we may see in this. See, first of all, cash in hand. Cash in hand, cash we have in our business. It is the amount of money which a business has in hand to meet small expenses. This includes petty cash account as well, in which we use, what is petty cash account here? In which we use miscellaneous expenses, our day-to-day expenses. Fine. So cash in hand also include petty cash account. Second one is bank account. You don't need a definition for it. If the business has its account in the bank, its amount in the bank, definitely it has bank account. Fine. Third one is inventory. What do you mean by inventory here? Inventory here refers to the closing stock or the closing value of unsold goods on a given date. Fine. Now, debtors. What are debtors? Your customers to whom you have sold goods on credit. आपके कस्टमर जिनको आपने उधार माल बेचा है वो आपके डेटर्स हैं. They have to pay you amount for that goods they have purchased from you. Fine. So the amount that they owe you is considered as current assets and they are also known as bills receivable or account receivable. Fine. Next one is investment. What do you mean by investment? Investment here refers to short-term investment like securities which can be converted into cash in 3 to 12 months. Fine. Next one is prepaid expenses. What is mean by prepaid expenses? Prepaid expenses are the expenses which are paid in advance, but the benefit is yet to be consumed as on the date of balance sheet. For example, rent paid in advance is a prepaid expense. Rent, if we have already paid the rent of the building in which we are running business, so that type of expenses we may include in prepaid expenses. Fine. So cash in hand, we have cash in our business, that is called cash in hand. If we have amount in the bank, that we have bank account. Inventory refers to the closing stock. Debtors means customers to whom you have sold goods on credit. Investment refers to short-term investments and prepaid expenses that are paid in advance but the benefit is yet to be consumed. Fine. All these are current assets. Fine. These are our current assets. Next we can see so many examples like is it the current asset or not and the reason behind it. Suppose we have sold some goods to Rakesh Enterprise for 35,000 on credit. हमने राकेश एंटरप्राइज को 35,000 का माल क्रेडिट में उधार में बेचा. क्या ये करंट एसेट है? Yes. The reason behind it that Rakesh Enterprise is a debtor. They have purchased goods from us on credit. That's why they are our debtor. Fine. So it is a current asset. Next one is on 31st March 2019, Max Hardware has a closing stock worth 23 lakhs. Is it a current asset? Yes, it's a current asset. How? Because stock in hand can be quickly liquidated by way of sales. Fine. Next one is purchased furniture for office use. Is it a current asset? No, it's not a current asset because we have taken furniture for long-term use. See the reason, the usage for the long term and not likely to be converted into cash quickly. It is a fixed asset. We have purchased furniture for the use in office. So we are not going to convert it in cash. We are not going to sell it. That's why it is not a current asset. Fine. Next one is Max Hardware has a bank balance of 15 lakhs. Yes, it's a current asset. How? How it is a current asset? Because cash or cash equivalent is considered as current assets. We have some amount in our bank. We have read now in our last slide. है ना? So that bank balance is called current asset. Next one is advance rent paid. Advance rent paid means prepaid expense. Definitely it is a current asset because on the balance sheet these are current assets. These are prepaid expenses. है ना? Next one is purchased computer for office use. We have purchased computer for office use. Is it a current asset? No. It is not a current asset because we are not going to sell it in our near future. So, these assets are not to be converted into cash. That's why this is not a current asset. It is a fixed asset. Fine? Understood this table? Next one is what are non-current assets? Non-current assets are a company's long-term investment for which the full value will not be realized within the accounting year. Current assets full value are going to be realized within the accounting year, but non-current assets, see, the full value will not be realized within the accounting year. For an example, investment in other companies, intellectual property, patent, we will study it, property, plant and equipment. So, non-current asset appear on company's balance sheet. Base. Simply we can say non-current assets are those assets which are held for long-term use in the business and are not meant for resale. Fine. So these are held for the purpose of producing goods and services in order to earn revenue. For an example, we can say fixed assets, tangible and non-tangible both, long-term loans, advance, etc. Fine. See, non-current assets include land, property, plant and equipment, trademark, and long-term investment and goodwill. Now, what do you mean by trademark and goodwill? Trademark are word or symbol which represent a company or a product. Fine. They distinguish the product or services of a company and distinguish it with its competitors. For example, the trademark include NBC, IBM, some slogan, etc. The overall purpose of trademark is to prevent unfair competition by protecting the use of a symbol, word, logo, slogan, etc. Fine. Such like Nike, Adidas, these are the trademark that other people cannot use. The company which is producing the product of it, it can use it easily. Fine. And what do you mean by goodwill? Goodwill means the established reputation of a business regarded as quantifiable asset and calculated as a part of its value whenever it is sold. Fine. Goodwill, when does it arise? Goodwill arises when a company acquires another entire business. So the amount of goodwill is the cost to purchase the business. Fine. Goodwill is the cost to purchase the business minus the fair market value of tangible and intangible assets. That is called goodwill. Fine. For example, we can say if company A buys company B for more than the fair value of company B asset. So the amount left over is listed on company's A balance sheet is called goodwill. Fine, beta. Now fixed asset. What do you mean by fixed asset? Fixed assets are those non-current assets which neither have their real value nor have any physical form, but also called asset on the basis of legal grounds. These are non-current assets which are held for use in the business and are not meant for resale. Fine. See, fixed asset is a long-term tangible piece of property that a firm owns and uses in its operations to generate income. Fixed assets are not expected to be consumed or converted into cash within 1 year. फिक्स्ड एसेट्स जो हैं वो उनको हम एक्सपेक्ट नहीं करते कि वो 1 ईयर के अंदर कैश में कन्वर्ट हो जाए या फिर कंज्यूम हो जाए, बिकॉज वी टेक दीज फिक्स्ड एसेट्स टू यूज इन आवर बिजनेस फॉर लॉन्ग टर्म. फाइन, हम लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए यूज करते हैं इसे. Fixed assets most commonly appear on the balance sheet like property, plant and equipment, that is called PPE&E. They are also referred to as capital assets. Fixed assets को हम और भी क्या बोलते हैं? Capital assets. Fine. So it is a long-term tangible piece of property, we can say, that a firm uses in its operation to generate income. These are not expected to be, you have to take it in your mind, these are not expected to be consumed or converted into cash within a year. Fine. They also referred as capital asset. And fixed assets are further classified as, beta, asset we have two type of asset, current and non-current. Under non-current, fixed assets are there, and under fixed assets, two type of assets are there, one tangible and another one is intangible. First of all, what are tangible assets? What do you mean by tangible assets? Tangible assets are physical and measurable assets that are used in a company's operation. Assets like property, plant, equipment are tangible assets. In simple word, we can say tangible asset refers to those assets which have physical existence. वो asset जिनको हम देख सकते हैं और touch कर सकते हैं, which can be seen and touched, are called tangible assets. Fine. For example, tangible asset, plant and machinery, equipment, land and building, furniture, etc. Now, intangible asset. You know, tangible asset means which can be seen and touched. Intangible asset means that cannot be seen or touched, that do not have physical existence. As I told you now, goodwill, patent, trademark, etc. So these are those assets which do not have any physical existence and they cannot be seen or touched. For example, goodwill, patent, trademark, etc. Fine. So basically you have to see the difference between tangible and intangible. Tangible assets can have physical existence that can be seen or touched, and intangible assets cannot be seen or touched. Fine. See definition of tangible assets. These are physical measurable resources like property, plant, equipment used in a company's operation to produce a profit. These assets include anything with a physical nature that is used within a company. Fine. So definition of tangible asset means these resources can be divided into two categories, current and fixed. Current assets are those we have already read, which can be consumed in the current period, and fixed assets are long-term resources that will provide value for future period. Fine. Now the difference between tangible and intangible assets. What is the difference between tangible and intangible assets? Number one, tangible asset have physical existence. This is the base point of the difference. Tangible assets जो हैं उनका physical existence होता है, but intangible assets don't have physical existence. Fine. Second one is tangible assets are depreciated, but intangible assets are amortized. टेंजिबल एसेट जो है वो डेप्रिशिएट होती है बिकॉज उनका फिजिकल एग्जिस्टेंस होता है. इनटेंजिबल एसेट्स आर अमोर्टाइज्ड. व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय अमोर्टाइज्ड? Amortized means that gradually write off the initial cost of the asset over a period. ग्रेजुअली कम होती जाती है किसी भी एसेट की वैल्यू जैसे जैसे टाइम बीतता है. फाइन. So tangible assets have physical existence. Number one, intangible assets don't have physical existence. Second one, tangible assets are depreciated but intangible assets are amortized. Fine. Third one, tangible assets are generally much easier to liquidate due to their physical presence. However, intangible assets are not that easy to liquidate and sell in the market. Fine. So these are the tangible assets, easy to liquidate, easy to convert into cash because they have physical presence. But intangible assets are not easy to liquidate and sell in the market. Fine. You have to learn these differences. And fourth one is the cost of tangible assets can be easily determined or evaluated. However, the cost is much harder to determine for intangible assets. The assets which have physical existence can be easily measured with. We can easily sell it. But intangible assets do not have physical existence. That's why we are not able to sell that easily. Fine, we can be able to sell that, but easily we cannot do that. Fine. So this is the basic difference of tangible and intangible assets. Fine. So in today's lecture we have read about assets that are divided into two categories, current and non-current. Under non-current, fixed assets are there. Fixed assets also have two parts, tangible and intangible. Fine. beta, this is my email id, namrataarjunsapra@gmail.com. You have to send your homework on daily routine on this email id. Fine. And your homework for today is you have to learn this topic along with the previous topics: business transaction, capital, drawings, liability, and asset as well. Fine. You learn these topics because in our sixth chapter, that is accounting equation, if you will get to know about this topic, it will be very easy for you to solve the numericals of that topics. Fine, that chapter. So you are supposed to send your homework here on my email id. Note it down and send it on daily routine before 2 p.m.